Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I'm just out here putting some wood in the boiler right now, and we survived. We survived some of Minnesota's coldest air in the last 30 years. This week was brutal. It was brutal in the whole upper Midwest, as far as I hear. Everybody had extremely low temperatures. Ours started last Friday. We took a trip up to the Gavin for a vintage snowmobile ride, and on our way up there, the temperature started going down. And by the time we got to the Gavin, it was 12 below when we got up there. So that's what we started with, was 12 below temperature in the cabin. We got the heat going, and it was brutal. It took all night Friday night and most of Saturday to actually get it comfortable inside of there. So Saturday night it was nice, but Friday night, I think we had about 48 degrees in there all night, and it was, needless to say, it wasn't very comfortable sleeping. But Saturday night, it was 60, 65 in there all night. That was great. But yesterday morning, when I walked out here to put wood in the boiler, it was 35 below out. And today it's 15. It's 15 degrees, and I'm saying it's warm now. It feels great. I'm out here in a sweatshirt, and I can feel my face. And I've been out here for like an hour now. And yesterday, you could create a snot sickle within about 15 seconds. And your face would start, you could just feel the burn. And I think I even have like a little frost nip, I think they call it, or something. Not frost bite, but I think it's like frost nip or something on my face from the last couple of days, but from being in and out. My job requires me to kind of go in and out all doors, in and out of indoors and outdoors all day long. And yesterday morning, you spent any time outside at all, and it was 35 below, and the wind chill, I think it was pushing 50 below. It was just brutal, but we survived. We made it. And the last time we had these temperatures was 1996, they say, and I kind of remember it. It was one of my first full-time jobs I had. I remember having to go out and start my car every so often to make sure it would start when I left. I was working a second shift job at the time, and we'd periodically go outside at night and fire up our cars for a couple minutes, and just to make sure they'd run when we went to leave work in the middle of the night. We'd get off at midnight. But my boiler, I was having problems with it the last couple days, and it wouldn't hold temperature. I'd come out here right now. I got a nice fire going in here and stuff, but I'd come out here in the morning, and my water temperature would be down to 120. Right over here's my water temperature gauge. Right now it's at 180, and that's about where it runs. And my vent door will kick on at like 178. They'll open up. It drafts the fire, and it works good. I put this thing in 2006 is when I installed my outdoor boiler. So it's never really ran in super cold temperatures like we had this week. I've probably ran it in 20 below temperatures that we've had, but never 35 below. And so I was having some problems with it, wanting to keep temperature. I thought, God, it must be just because it's so cold out or something. I'm not sure. Well, yesterday morning, when I came out here when the water temperature was at 120, and I'm like, I got to figure this thing out. So I came home early from work yesterday, and I brought a tall step ladder home. And the issue was up in my chimney. It was plugged. And I thought of it yesterday morning. I'm thinking it's got to be the chimney. And it happened one other time. It's only happened once to me before where it plugged up. And it's kind of the problem with burning green wood. My wood isn't always seasoned for a year. I generally split it in the fall. It only dries for like a month or so until I start burning it. And yeah, you'll get creosote from burning green wood, but typically on an outdoor boiler, you can burn green wood without the creosote. But the temperatures have been so low for so long that when that fire would die down, and there ain't a lot of heat in that chimney, it started building up in there. And yesterday when I climbed up on the ladder up to the top of the chimney up here, I chipped out. I couldn't even have dropped a softball into the chimney. The chimney is an 8-inch chimney, and I couldn't have even dropped a softball down in there. It was so plugged up at the top. So I chipped all that creosote out, and then I ran my brush down through it, and I could have filled a 5-gallon bucket with creosote with my 10 feet of chimney I have. It's a lot. Yeah, I know it's a lot. But it's not really a fire danger for these things. A chimney fire in these is almost good because it cleans the chimney out. So yesterday after I scrubbed all that out. I got a good hot fire going in here and did that exact thing. Once the fire gets really raging, it'll race up the chimney. And it cleans the inside of that chimney all out then. And now my boiler's happy again. I'm happy. The temperature warmed up. Everybody's happy. You don't see people walking around with they're walking like this and trying to keep their face warm. Like I said, it's in the mid-teens today, and you see people out walking around in sweatshirts and enjoying the outdoors again, and we survived. And yeah, it was extreme cold. We made it through it, and we're heading up to the Gavin again this weekend. Last weekend when we were up there, the beginning of my story is when we were up there, we started off really cold, and when we left Sunday morning, when we got up that morning, it was 30 below outside. 60 in the Gavin with that little wood stove going, but it was 30 below outside, and it was a little tough to want to leave, to go outside and get the vehicle started, because it was a little crisp. So 30 below on Sunday morning. Monday morning, it was only like 5 below around here, so it wasn't that bad. But then Tuesday morning was like 18 below. Wednesday morning was 27 below. Yesterday morning was 35 below. This morning it was 15 below, but now it's 15 above. It feels great out. So thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the sub button, share my videos, comment. I love the comments. Thanks, guys. Stay warm. I'm by the fire.